The Flower Fairy. There once was an old man who loved plants. The old man had a garden surrounded by trees and full of flowers. No matter the seasons, there were always flowers blooming. Spring brought the most flowers and the prettiest. People would visit his beautiful garden whenever they could. The children were always kind, though, to never pick any flowers or disturb birds' nests. They even helped the old man water the plants. One day, a group of people came, led by the son of a senior officer. Officer Zhang's son was called Master Zhang. At the back stood Master Zhang's servants. The group burst into the garden. The man worried that they could hurt his plants. He threw his hands up and stopped them.
What are you doing? How can you come into my garden like this?
We're looking at flowers. Something wrong with that?
They were not looking at flowers. They were picking them and throwing them away. The old man couldn't take it. He grabbed the master.
Please do not pick the flowers.
I can't pick them? Watch me.
Master Zhang turned to his servants and said,
Do it! Destroy every single flower in this garden.
The servants picked here and there until there were no flowers left in the garden. The old man stared at the fallen petals, and he was so sad he began to cry. He cried and cried, and suddenly heard someone calling him.
Please don't be sad, sir. I can restore your garden to the way it was.
You can?
Take a look if you don't believe me.
So what happened? Every flower on the ground returned to its branch. Before, he had many different colors of flowers, but now each one had many colors of their own. It was even more beautiful. The old man was full of joy. Looking at each flower here and there, he stopped only when he remembered the girl.
Look at me. I'm so silly. I have to thank her properly.
But he looked around and couldn't find her. When people heard about this, they came to see.
That girl must have been a flower fairy.
The old man nodded and said,
Yes. I have no idea where she came from. The flowers grew back. She must be a fairy.
This story made its way to Master Zhang. He didn't believe it, so he brought his group again.
Nonsense! How is that possible?
They burst into the garden and were shocked. Master Zhang pointed at the old man.
This is witchcraft! Arrest him! From now on, this garden belongs to me. Quick, get some wine. I want to drink while viewing the flowers. I could do that all day.
Master Zhang did just that, drinking and viewing, humming until all the while, and after a while, he was drunk. Suddenly, a little girl came out of the flowers, the same little girl that the old man met. She flicked her hand, and the wind blew, and the sunny day quickly turned dark. Whoosh! The wind lifted the dirt off the ground and blew it right in their faces. Those bad men ran around the garden, scared. Some tripped on tree roots and falling headfirst. Some ran into trees and crushing their noses. The wind didn't stop blowing until the evening. No one was missing except Master Zhang, whom they found upside down hanging up high in the tree. Since then, Master Zhang never dared to get close to the garden anymore. Now that the garden has such colorful flowers, people near and far come to see them. The little girl really was a flower fairy. The old man never saw her again after that. But she stayed in the garden, protecting the flowers.